Splitting up and breakups are just part of a normal life, and a whole lot happened in 2016. Let's take a walk down memory lane and relive 12 of the biggest celebrity splits of 2016 right here on Listed. So everyone out there knows that Taylor Swift has a really long list of ex-lovers, but in 2016, she unfortunately added another name to the growing list, and that name is Calvin Harris. The beautiful couple started dating in early 2015, but their love came to an abrupt end when they both called it quits in June of this year. It's safe to say that a good majority of the world, myself included, was devastated. They were such a beautiful couple. But you know what they say, when one door closes, Tom Hiddleston walks in. Okay, that's not what people say, but that's exactly what happened for Tay-Tay. Not long after she and Calvin went their separate ways, the songstress was spotted locking lips with none other than Tom Hiddleston, and it made people believe in love again. The two had many romantic dates near the ocean and also just like around the world. But seeing as how we're going down a list of the biggest celeb splits of 2016, I think y'all know where this one's heading. So while Tom basically stood on a rooftop and professed his undying love for Taylor, it wasn't enough to keep them going, because after a couple of months of burning romance, it all burned down to the ground. Ugh. Since then, Taylor's been keeping a very low profile on the dating front, and she rode out the rest of the year as a single lady. Although both of Taylor's splits were pretty huge, the ending of Calvin and Hiddle Swift didn't rock the world as much as the devastating end of Brangelina. So if you guys don't remember, the beginning of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's relationship was pretty scandalous, but the two eventually proved to the world that Brangelina was here to stay. However, sadly, after 10 long years of love and 6 kidlets later, the pair decided to call it quits in September.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Angelina filed for divorce after Brad and their eldest son, Maddox, reportedly got in an altercation on a flight. Something tells us this will be a hard one for everyone to get over. As many people say time and time again, money doesn't buy you happiness, and Mariah Carey kind of sort of learned that one the hard way. While Mimi and James met way before they started dating in 2015, it seems as if their history couldn't keep them together. After months of dating, James put a ring on it in January with a 35-carat sparkler, and everything seemed to be going just fine between the two. Mariah was blissfully planning their lavish wedding, but then they vacationed in Greece, and everything basically went downhill from there. The two went their separate ways at the end of October, and sadly, this list is not over yet, because guess what? Another one bites the dust, and no one, and I mean no one, saw this one coming. Lady Gaga and Taylor Kinney called off their engagement after being together for 5 years. Taylor popped the question in 2015 on Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped diamond ring. Things were clearly going pretty well between the two of them. But then, summer of 2016 hit and rumors started swirling. Eventually, Gaga took to Instagram to address the rumors and revealed that they're both just taking a little break. She wrote, quote, "Taylor and I always believed we're soulmates. Just like all couples, we have ups and downs, and we have been taking a break. We're both ambitious artists, hoping to work through long distance and complicated schedules to continue the simple love we've always shared. Please root us on. We're just like everybody else, and we really love each other." I'm rooting for you guys. We're all keeping you and Taylor in our relationship prayers, Gaga. Amen. Much like their peers before them, Demi Lovato and Wilmer Valderrama decided to call it quits after many years together. I'm pretty sure it was 6 to be exact. These two seem like soulmates, showing off PDA in public and expressing their love for each other all over the social medias. Sadly, all of that came to an end in June, and all we have left to remind ourselves of their loving relationship are all the photos on Google. Thankfully, there are many. I look at them daily. Just kidding. And just like her BFF Demi, Iggy Azalea also called it quits with her ex-fiance Nick Young. The two were engaged and headed down the aisle. But once the fancy rapper learned that Nick had cheated on her, she gave him another chance, but eventually broke it off. 'Cause you're smart, girl. On the outside, Bella Thorne and Gregg Sulkin looked like the picture-perfect couple. Don't get me wrong, they definitely were. They're like Disney goals. But like all good things, the two ended their relationship after a year of dating and revealed in a joint statement that the distance and time apart just became too much for them to bear. Maybe in another lifetime, you guys, or maybe in the future, who knows? Bella eventually went on to date Tyler Posey later that same year, which was this year. Late November, another Bella relationship ended. It was Bella Hadid and The Weeknd. The two dated for quite some time before their insanely hectic schedules drew them apart. Although Justin Bieber and Sofia Ricci were linked together for a hot minute, they still made it onto our list because, hey, they dated, we think, and broke up, right? We think. Anyways, the two debuted their relationship via Instagram, and after receiving a ton of criticism and backlash for it, mainly because believers are kind of obsessed with Justin Bieber, well, Jofia ended. So sad, but we're still hoping for Angelina reunion here, people, or at least some of the people here are. Some people need to get over it. We can't keep up with Tyga and Kylie Jenner's on and off again relationship, but it was a pretty big deal when they broke up earlier this year. Don't worry though, Kyga shippers, the two eventually rekindled their love and are now stronger than ever. Ariana Grande may be taken for now by Mac Miller, but before Mac came Ricky Alvarez and their sad love story. Ari and her backup dancer Ricky were linked together for about a year before their busy schedules caused them to separate. After news of the split was made public, Ariana said she was ready to be single and, quote, do her for a little while. Nah, young love, I love it. 2017 is a brand new year, but we can't help but linger on the heartbreaking breakups of 2016. So you guys, I know you're crying, I know you're emotional, but let me know which 2016 celebrity breakup was the worst, the hardest for you. You can hit the comment section below, and when you're done with all of that, be sure to click right over here to check out our artists who have dated their collab partners. Thanks so much for hanging out with me right here on Clevver News. I'm your girl, Jocelyn Davis. I'll see you next time.